All right, ready for a deep dive. We're tackling AI today, but not the typical robots are taking over narrative.
Right, right.
This time it's about AI and creativity, strategy. Can they really be creative?
Yeah, it's a huge area of research right now, and this paper, it's called Creative and Strategic Capabilities of Generative AI.
Okay.
It really digs into that question.
So how'd they even study that? Make AI paint a masterpiece?
Well, they basically put humans and AI head to head.
Oh, like a creativity cage match?
Kinda, they use ChatGPT, everyone's heard of that by now, and
Right.
Bard too.
Bard, like Shakespeare's Bard.
That
Were
one,
they writing sonnets?
no, no, nothing quite like that.
Okay.
But they were given creative tasks like imagine describing a futuristic city. Super detailed, right? Or invent a whole new product, something totally new and innovative.
So, like, how do you judge that, though? If a robot's being creative, I mean, isn't that subjective?
Yeah. And no, they had thousands of people actually rate the responses
Oh, wow.
on things like originality, how surprising they were, how useful, could this invention actually work?
Interesting.
And get this, ChatGPT consistently did better than the humans.
No way. Seriously.
Yeah, it was often scoring in like the top 10%.
So, hold on. Are we talking like slightly better or like mind-blowingly good?
Consistently top 10%. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so ChatGPT brought its A game. What about Bard, our Shakespeare bot over here?
Bart didn't do so well, actually. Scored lower than the humans consistently.
Oh, so it's not like all AI is just instantly going to be Da Vinci.
Right, exactly. And here's where it gets really interesting. They also looked at how AI changes human creativity.
Oh, so like, did they give people little AI assistants to help them brainstorm?
In a way, yeah. Some people got to use ChatGPT or Bard while they were coming up with their ideas.
Interesting.
And it helped, but not as much as you'd think.
Really?
Yeah, people with AI help were still worse than ChatGPT on its own.
Wow. So it's like AI gives you a boost, but maybe there's a limit.
Could be. Now, on the strategy side, they had people and ChatGPT play games.
Games like what? AI playing chess?
Not chess. This was, get this, rock, paper, scissors.
Wait, really? Rock, paper, scissors, that's the big strategy test.
Well, it was rigged. The computer opponent had a pattern, a bias.
Oh, sneak.
The idea was to see who could figure out the pattern and win.
Okay. I'm invested now. Who won?
The humans, they were better at spotting the tells and using it to their advantage.
So humanity still has a fighting chance. Give me some hope here.
For now, maybe.
Yeah.
But AI is learning all the time, right? This is just a snapshot.
Right. Like Deep Blue beating Kasparov at chess. That was a big deal.
Exactly. AI is changing so fast, what we see today might be old news tomorrow.
That's a good point. So where does that leave us? What's the big takeaway here? So it's not just that AI might be able to be creative, it's that it changes how we think about creativity too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it makes you wonder, like, what does it even mean for something to be creative if an AI can do it,
Right, exactly.
And it gets even weirder. They looked at this thing called algorithm aversion.
Algorithm aversion. Okay, now that sounds scary. Is my toaster going to start judging my bread choices?
Not exactly, haha. But it's about how people react to AI, especially when it comes to creativity.
Okay, so how does it work?
Remember all those people rating the creative stuff? Well, some were told, some of it was from AI, some weren't.
Sneaky.
And guess what? People who knew AI was involved, they rated the ideas as less creative, even when they were just as good.
Seriously, so even if an AI has a brilliant idea, we're like, nah, robot made it, doesn't count.
Pretty much. Yeah, just knowing an algorithm was involved makes people less receptive.
That's so interesting. Like, we're hardwired to value the human touch, even if the AI is doing the same thing, or even better.
It really makes you think, right? Like, we have this idea of creativity being magical, and then AI comes along, and it's like, hold on a second.
Yeah, like, imagine you're a CEO, right? And you could use AI to come up with amazing new product ideas. But then your team might be all, no way, the computer thought of that. What do you even do with that?
Exactly. It's a huge question now. How do we use AI in these creative fields? Do we hide it? Do we embrace it, even if people are hesitant?
It's tricky, right? It's like, do you give the AI a cute name so everyone likes it better? Hey, it was Sparky's idea, not the algorithms.
Yeah, maybe, haha. But really, this research shows how complex it all is. Way more questions than answers right now.
Totally. It feels like we're just at the beginning of this whole AI thing, seeing what it can do, but also uncovering all these new challenges.
Now remember, this is just one study, one point in time.
Right.
AI is changing constantly. What we know now might be totally different next year.
That's true. It's moving so fast, feels impossible to keep up sometimes.
Exactly. So we got to stay curious, stay informed, because who knows what the future of creativity looks like?
Okay, so we've got super creative AI, humans with algorithm aversion. What else did this research find? What
Oh,
about the humans? Did anyone go toe-to-toe with the AI and actually hold their own? Okay, so we've got super creative AI, humans with algorithm aversion. What else did this research find? What about the humans? Did anyone go toe-to-toe with the AI and actually hold their own?
it's interesting you bring that up because while ChatGPT was really impressive, like we said, the humans did have one big advantage:
Okay, what's that?
diversity of ideas.
What do you mean?
So when they looked at all the responses, especially the really good ones, the human ideas were just more, I don't know, more spread out.
More creative in different ways, you're saying.
Exactly. Yeah, like ChatGPT had its style, but humans were coming up with stuff all over the place.
So it's like ChatGPT's got the moves, but humans are more flexible.
Yeah, kind of. Like even with AI helping them, humans were still better at thinking outside the box.
Huh. So maybe we're not completely obsolete just yet. There's something about that human spark, that AI hasn't quite figured out how to replicate.
Absolutely, and that's what makes this whole thing so interesting. It's not about AI versus humans, it's about how they can work together, right?
Right. Like imagine AI being your brainstorming buddy, bouncing ideas off of you, and then you, with your human experience and intuition, can shape those ideas into something really special.
Exactly. It becomes a tool, a powerful tool, but it's still up to us to use it wisely, to guide it, and to make sure it's used ethically?
That's a really good point because it's easy to get caught up in the robots are taking over narrative, but it's more nuanced than that, isn't it? It's about figuring out how we integrate this technology into our lives in a way that benefits everyone.
Absolutely, and that's a conversation we all need to be having, right?
Yeah.
Because AI is here to stay. It's only going to get more advanced.
It really makes you think, what does the future of creativity look like in a world where AI is a part of it? And honestly, that's a pretty exciting question to ponder, don't you think? So much to consider, right? This has been a fascinating deep dive, exploring AI, creativity, strategy. It really makes you look at things differently, doesn't it? Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, and until next time, keep those minds curious and those imaginations running wild.